episode, I'll be sharing 4 instances where gratitude does not make sense.
Gratitude Thursdays. Maria on the mic. Yo, yo, gratitude galore. That is how we roll. Yo, yo, yo. Grateful for all, even when it's small. Yo, yo. Blessings some more. Gratitude in store. Yo. Gratitude galore. Welcome aboard. Yo. Welcome aboard.
Hey, gratitude buddies. It's your girl Maria back with another episode. And if this is your first time here, welcome to our little family. This is the Gratitude Galore pod where we learn about gratitude and practical ways to apply it into our lives. Now, since the beginning of this podcast, I've said gratitude this, gratitude that, gratitude is good, we should all apply gratitude. But did you know that there are instances where gratitude does not make sense? Because maybe someone who has watched either one or a couple of my episodes, they are just like, nah, this chick ain't making sense. She ain't making no sense at all. So there are instances where gratitude does not make sense, and I'll be sharing with you the 4 instances where it doesn't make sense. And at the end of the episode, I'll be sharing a gratitude activity we can engage in to deal with any things that may make it hard to apply gratitude into our lives. And the first instance where gratitude cannot make sense at all is when we're dealing with a deep loss or grief. Now, imagine someone has just lost a very close relative, and I'm here telling them, be grateful for the moments you spent with that person. Be grateful at least it was only one person that died. That doesn't make sense at all. So when we're dealing with deep loss or we've lost someone very, very, very close, very dear to us, it's hard to be grateful. And it's not that we are refusing to be grateful or we are refusing gratitude. It's just hard. It's just gratitude does not make sense. How do you tell me to appreciate and yet I would wish the person to be here right now? How do you tell me to cherish the memories we had? Well, all I'm wishing is for us to create more memories right now. So when we are dealing with grief and deep loss, gratitude cannot make sense. It will just be a senseless thing that someone is telling us. The second instance where gratitude does not make sense is when we are dealing with unmet expectations. Now, imagine you've put yourself out there, you've worked your ass off, and you still don't get the promotion that you wanted. You've really stayed stayed in late, come to work early, in the hope that you'll get a promotion. And then the promotion goes to someone else. How am I supposed to be grateful in such a situation? How? So gratitude cannot make sense in such a situation. You can't tell that person to be grateful for the experiences they've gathered during the time. No, no. So when we're dealing with unmet expectations and disappointment, gratitude cannot make sense. And gratitude cannot also make sense if we are victims of injustice or trauma. And this is just really self explanatory because imagine you've been through injustices, maybe you've gone through police brutality, you've gone through traumatizing events, and then someone is really telling you to be grateful. So just look at them like, because you can't really be grateful in such a situation. All you're thinking about is how unfair that thing is to you. How could it happen to you? Why did it happen to you? How are you supposed to continue with life with that history? So Whenever we're dealing with or we've encountered injustices or trauma, applying gratitude is like, uh, it just doesn't make sense. It can't make sense at that moment. And the fourth and final instance where gratitude cannot make sense is if we're struggling with mental health. Now, mental health is a really, really, really important thing, and it's really, I don't think it gets the recognition it deserves, because many people are really struggling mentally, but they really don't know what's really causing these struggles, or if it's really a bigger issue that is causing the struggles. So if I'm going through mental health struggles, I feel insecure, I feel insufficient, I am depressed, I feel anxious all the time. How am I supposed to be grateful? How is gratitude supposed to make sense? And all I'm thinking is how I'm so stressed, how everything is just not working out on my end, how things are just in shambles. So when someone comes and tells me, oh, Maria, apply gratitude, I'll be like, nah, get the hell out of my face. Because it doesn't just make sense. And it can never make sense unless I handle the struggles that I'm going through. So gratitude cannot make sense if we are really struggling mentally. And telling a person who's struggling to apply gratitude, it just doesn't really make sense, and it's just wasting your energy because they won't listen. And it's not their fault that they are not listening. The struggles that they're facing. So gratitude will not make sense if I'm going through mental health struggles. And now that we know the four main instances that where gratitude cannot make sense, it's time for the gratitude activity. And this week's gratitude activity is engaging in a daily reflection. Now, the activity entails just reflecting upon the instances that make it hard for us to apply gratitude. We can think of grief, we can think of trauma or injustices, we can think of unmet expectations, or even mental health struggles that we're going through. We just document it down and just think about all the things that we can appreciate in our lives, regardless of the of the things that we've gone through, of the injustices, of the unmet expectations that we've encountered. The goal of the activity is to help us acknowledge the things that hinder us from applying gratitude, because I believe one step of getting over things is understanding and processing them. So the daily activity will help us just process the things that make it hard for us to apply gratitude. And then when we know that I'm struggling with this and I'm struggling with this, we can then develop appropriate solutions to handle in the situations that make it hard for us to apply gratitude. I hope you engage in the activity, and I hope it helps you in your gratitude journey, and to just process the things that make it hard for us to apply gratitude into our life. And I'm so glad you could tune in until the end. Remember, if you have any feedback or comments, I'm always available 24/7. You can reach out to me on Instagram and TikTok at Gratitude Galopod. And if you would like to read the blog version of this episode, it's more detailed than me talking. You can check it out. It's attached in the description of this episode. And I want to wish you a lovely week filled with love and gratitude. And until next week, gratitude buddy. Bye bye.